excellent job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. He'll do it himself. And runs through another guy. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The give to the left side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Turner. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The option look. Now the pitch. Look out, he's got room. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Cornhuskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clark. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Mitchell. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give out of the gun. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback on the keeper. He was able to get it out to the 17-yard line, but a fourth down is coming. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To throw, it's Raiola. The throw to the outside is complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They go to the draw. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Unloads to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route and he dropped it. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes the grab. It's Cobb. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll run this play from the pistol. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Finds a spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets open down the middle.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking for room, it's Davidson. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 10 over FIU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Taylor. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. He'll do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets...
Touchdown, Nebraska! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Taylor wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it with Wilson. And some room to work. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Pucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Sends it back in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Finds a tight end.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Looking to throw again. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Huskers! The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
34, Mississippi State, 3.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down, still moving. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.